The Crystal Guardians. In the heart of Luminaris, a land where magical crystals control elemental forces, lived the esteemed Crystal Guardians, protectors of nature's delicate balance. Each guardian wielded a unique elemental power granted by crystals, Asha with spirit, Bram with fire, Elara with water, and Kiran with earth. Asha, their leader, had an uncanny bond with the crystals and sensed when one was in danger, feeling the world's pulse through every shift of energy. One stormy night, as rain pelted the earth and lightning tore the sky, Asha felt an unusual disturbance radiating from the elemental vault. Fearing the worst, she summoned the other guardians to the vault, her intuition urging her to brace for a grim discovery. The vault's enormous crystal door, once sealed with a protective enchantment, now lay cracked open, with a deep, ominous silence within. Inside, a gaping void where the legendary Aether Crystal had been held sent a chill through them. It was the crystal that unified all elemental forces. Without the Aether Crystal, the balance of their world's elements, earth, fire, water, and air, would begin to unravel dangerously. Asha's voice, usually steady, trembled as she explained the dire implications, a heavy dread settling over her fellow guardians. The four knew what they had to do: journey to the far reaches of Luminaris, through dangerous elemental realms, to retrieve the stolen crystal. Kiran, the Earth Guardian, volunteered to navigate their path, his deep connection to the land guiding them through hidden trails. Bram's fiery enthusiasm ignited their spirits as he assured them that his flames would protect them from any danger on their journey. Elara, ever the voice of calm, promised to watch over them, using her water-based healing powers if they faced injury. Together, they left Luminaris' safety, venturing toward the volcanic wastes, a region where rivers of magma carved fiery scars on the land. The air was stifling, but Bram's fire magic allowed them to shield themselves from the intense heat as they pressed forward. At night, they rested by dim embers Bram conjured, while Elara conjured water from the air to quench their thirst. As they trekked through ash-covered slopes, a violent quake shook the ground, hinting at the region's increasing instability. Kiran placed his hands on the earth, feeling its distress. Without the Aether Crystal, seismic disruptions would worsen across Luminaris. After days of arduous travel, they finally reached the volcanic heart of the wastes, a place rumored to hide dark elemental creatures. Shadows stirred, revealing molten rock beasts whose fierce glares suggested they were unwilling to let outsiders pass. Bram's fire flared in response, illuminating the beasts' sharp features as they snarled and advanced in a menacing formation. With a swift wave of his hand, Bram unleashed a spiraling blaze that forced the creatures back, creating a path forward. They emerged from the wastes only to find themselves at the edge of the frosted peaks, a frozen realm where ice blizzards raged. Elara took the lead, weaving a protective bubble of warmth around her friends as they trudged into the icy winds. She whispered gentle words to the ice, pleading for safe passage, and the blizzard seemed to relent, allowing them to continue. Just as they began to hope for an easy crossing, a massive avalanche thundered down the mountainside toward them. Thinking quickly, Kiran raised a wall of stone from beneath the snow, deflecting the rushing torrent of ice just in time. Their path led to a glacial cave where whispers of ancient magic echoed, a place sacred to water and ice elementals. Inside, crystalline shards glistened like stars, but a shadowy figure loomed, clutching a shard of the stolen Aether Crystal. The figure's eyes gleamed as he unleashed an icy blast, determined to test the Guardian's strength and resolve. Elara, undeterred, summoned a torrent of water to counter the blast, creating a shield that allowed the Guardians to advance. Bram's flames melted a path through the ice, while Kiran's sturdy ground shield deflected shards hurled by the figure. Asha focused, calling upon the remnants of the Aether Crystal's energy to break through their adversaries' icy defenses. The figure fled deeper into the cave, leading the Guardians toward a hidden tunnel that spiraled into the Earth's depths. Following the passage, they reached a dark cavern lit by eerie green crystals, where sinister forces gathered in ritual. At the cavern's center, the stolen Aether Crystal hovered in an aura of energy, its fractured light pulsing erratically. Asha gasped, sensing the crystal's distress. If its energy splintered further, all of Luminaris would face elemental chaos. The ritualists around the crystal chanted, attempting to draw its power, heedless of the devastation it could unleash. The Guardians exchanged a determined glance, knowing this battle would test every skill they possessed. Bram charged forward, his fire flaring, scattering the ritualists, while Elara doused their defensive spells with a wave. Kiran raised a stone barrier around the crystal, halting the ritual's energy from spiraling out of control. As Asha approached the crystal, she felt its weakened pulse, reaching out with her spirit to calm its disrupted energy. She closed her eyes, breathing deeply, aligning her own energy with the crystal's, stabilizing its erratic, fractured rhythm. With a final surge of determination, she reconnected the crystal's pieces, restoring its vibrant, unified glow. The ritualists retreated, their power diminished as the Guardians reclaimed control of the Aether Crystal. Exhausted but triumphant, they turned to leave the cavern, cradling the restored crystal as they navigated back to Luminaris. Their journey back took them through all the lands they had crossed, each elemental realm showing signs of healing. In the volcanic wastes, the ground was calm, magma flowing gently without erupting into violent upheaval. In the frosted peaks, the blizzards calmed, leaving a tranquil, glistening landscape of untouched snow and ice. Finally, they returned to Luminaris, placing the Aether Crystal back in its vault, where it pulsed in gratitude and relief. The world around them seemed to breathe easier, a feeling of peace settling over each elemental region once more. Asha felt a profound sense of accomplishment, knowing they had restored the balance and averted disaster. Bram, ever the optimist, joked that perhaps next time, someone else could lead a world-saving journey. Elara reminded him of the responsibility they all shared, that guardianship was a duty as much as a privilege. Kiran nodded, reflecting on the power they wielded and the delicate nature of their world's elemental balance. The Guardians pledged to watch over the crystals vigilantly, determined to prevent future disturbances. As they stood together, united by their adventure, they knew their bond would only grow stronger in the days ahead. The Aether Crystal glowed brightly, a silent vow to aid its guardians in protecting Luminaris' precious harmony. The Guardians left the vault, each feeling a renewed sense of purpose, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.